Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Kids, listen to your mother.
Mom!
Welcome to Between Us Moms with Katie Crafts-Morg and Hallie Stevens-Drake.
Hey, mamas, welcome to the podcast. Happy bump day, as we like to say. We are so happy you're here. We're glad to have your ear. This is the peak of our week. And today we have some interesting things to talk about. AI for kids. We're going to talk about it. Katie and I are officially 1 year postpartum. And we just figure it's worth talking about. Doing a little touch base. How are we feeling mentally, emotionally, physically? So we're going to talk about that too. But first, we have Cliff Notes. Katie, what's up?
First of all, I'm obsessed with your outfit.
Oh, yeah, I should have addressed that. If you are watching this.
It's so good and it's so funny. And I just told you this as soon as I saw you. I ordered this. It's like comes in like a set of 5 costumes. I ordered one for my niece's 3rd birthday and it's epic. I know this is a audio medium over visual, but Hallie is wearing a rainbow sparkly cape of sorts.
And headband.
And the headband.
So Dylan is like deeply in her diva dress up era. On any given day, she is wearing 3 tutus at one time. She has to wear a dress and we accessorize to the max. She is a full on fashionista. And she insisted on dressing me for the podcast today. So she said she wanted to make me fancy to talk to you today. And so, yes, I am wearing a cape. I have a diamond headband on. She brushed my hair for me. So I am glam by Dylan today.
Ooh,
but yes.
We love it. Very chic. Tell her excellent job.
Thank you. What's going on?
It's wild that my youngest is turning 1 this week.
I know.
August 8th. I will never forget that day. I will never forget the fact that she came almost a month early, that I drove myself to the hospital having contractions after a failed non-stress test. And I know we talked about this when our oldest children were turning 1, the birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And I am feeling such an immense pressure to throw her the same type of epic bash that I threw for Kaya. Although I kept saying, I'm not doing that again. What a waste of money. So ridiculous. But the mom guilt is really like getting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm finding myself like, oh, maybe I'll add this. Oh, maybe we'll do this. Okay, let me also bring this in. And I cannot believe how many people are coming.
How many people? What's the guest list?
Including baby, and this isn't even a lot of people up to most people's standards, but right now, according to the Paperless Post, I think there's 58 people.
Katie, that's a wedding.
Listen, it's also like people's babies and all that stuff. And then I kept thinking, for Kaya's, we had so much food and we had so much extra food. And I felt like this is so gluttonous and silly. And I was sending people home with sandwiches and Rice Krispie treat things that I ordered on Etsy. And so I'm feeling now like, what if I don't have enough food this time around? And I'm doing a brunch because I was like, it's easier to do a brunch than like a full-on lunch spread. So I ordered breakfast burritos and then we're doing bagels. And I did order like sea cookies. So the theme is Wonder the Sea.
It's so cute. Oh, wait, I thought it was Mork Aquarium.
So people are invited to the Mork Aquarium.
Oh, Morkquarium. Okay.
Under Wonder the Sea.
Very cute. Okay.
Okay. And I wish you lived here because I know you'd be here.
I would be.
Anyways, yes, I am starting now to lose my mind and to feel the anxiety. And I texted Hallie last night at 2:35 in the morning or something ridiculous. I woke up first around 2, and Jason's job at night is to start the dishwasher. And I was like, "Did you start the dishwasher?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Why don't
Oh,
you go check?" So then once you get up and out of bed, you're just like up.
hmm.
So then I was up. He did not start the dishwasher. Then I was like frustrated and like upset. Like, this is your one thing that I've asked you to be in charge of every night. And thank God I caught it because I need fresh bottles and baby things and cups and all that in the morning. And then I was up thinking about this party and I was like, I don't know if I have enough food. I don't know if I actually want the pool to be open, even though now I've hired a junior lifeguard to be here. I'm just very anxious about a lot of things right now. And yeah, the birthday party.
Dude,
Man, it sneaks up on you. Yeah, it's very top of mind right now. And I know it's silly.
it's not silly. Katie, remember when it was May 30th, approaching May 30th, I was having the exact same crisis, and I told myself I'm not going to throw the embarrassing bash that I threw for Dylan because I was like, it was so silly and she won't even remember it.
I know.
And then I got paralyzed by the decisions and literally couldn't even get a birthday cake for my kid. Thank God my mom showed up with a cake and like a candle for poor Collins. I swear I'm gonna have to AI some Photoshop a picture of her
That's what it is.
birthday.
It's knowing that she's going to see Kaya's first birthday pictures one day and be like, "Where's mine?" And so that's why I feel like we have to do
Yeah.
this up to scale in some capacity. Like I'm not ordering balloons again, although I went down that rabbit hole again and then I went to the dollar store and got like my own balloon little. I'm gonna make a pathway. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I just am not worried. I'm just so stressed out.
Isn't it crazy? I mean, and first world champagne problems. We're
I
so
know.
blessed that these are the things we're stressing about, but it's fair. I mean, feel it because it is stressful. These are just mom things that are like weigh on us, keep us up at night. Also, I would have been pissed at Jason too. So you are justified.
Right?
Yes.
I was like, did you start? I asked you, and he's like, this morning, he's like, well, babe, we're getting closer, and we'll talk about AI in a second. He's like, we're getting closer to the point in life where you can marry an AI cyborg that will remember to start your dishwasher every night.
Well,
Not even
great.
like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
okay.
I can't believe you actually got up and did it. I would have made his ass get out of bed. So
I
you're
did it.
better than me. I wouldn't
I
have
did
wouldn't
it.
have been as nice.
But yeah, then I was
Yeah.
up and the mind was racing
Oh.
and
And everything's such a bigger issue in the middle of the night, right? You wake up and you're like, why was that so stressful? But it's
I
because you're
know.
not your rational self
And you're
in the middle of the
tired,
night.
and then you're stressed that you're not going to get enough sleep for the
Yes.
next day's activities, but then you can't fall asleep. It's just a whole
Whole
thing.
thing.
So I'm going on very little Z's
Well, you
right
look
now.
great. I would never have known.
We use the Zoom, whatever it's called,
Yeah, you
touch
taught me
up.
about that. Thank
Yeah, we
God.
use the Zoom touch up here
Yeah,
for that reason.
it does help us look like we got maybe an hour of sleep at least.
Mm. How are you?
Well, okay, so I am in the season. Oh, we weren't gonna say season again. Drink, everybody. Shoot.
Journey in
Journey
season.
and season. We're retiring those words for a little
Oh,
bit because we overuse them. But I am in the chapter of life where my baby, who is 14 months old, she doesn't have a lot of spatial awareness, so I'm getting beat up by her. Like when I say, "Can I have a hug?" What she does is she like throws her head at my body, and that's her way of like cuddling up. She went to give me a hug and banged her head into my tooth. And I was like, if I have a dead tooth, a dead front tooth, I am going to flip my shit. I think I'm okay, but my lip is definitely swollen and cut on the inside. And about 5 minutes before we met on this Zoom, I was reading her a book and I wasn't wearing a bra. She closed the book onto my nipple, pulled my nipple. It hurt like a motherfucker. I
mm,
screamed bloody murder. My nipple is bleeding. I currently have a band-aid on there, and it's like, it couldn't recreate that if we tried.
no. You know what? When you have little children at home, and I've realized this, we are human jungle gyms. And
Totally.
they crawl and they claw and they jump and they smash things on your nipples and we get beat up.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm so physically exhausted just from like the getting it's sad, but it's like the getting up and down off the ground. It's the chasing them so they don't fall down the stairs or fall off the bike or whatever it may be. It's just like constant jerking around and like, oh, your body is always tense all day long. And so at the end of the day when I get in bed, I'm like, wow, things hurt. And tonight I'll be like, wow, my pinched nipple. It's just like titty twister
You go
in the
from
middle of the day.
breastfeeding to things being clamped on your nipple.
Yeah, it's just like
Like,
super undesirable.
yeah.
Another thing to bring up is I do not like traveling with children
Mm,
this age. We went to Michigan to the lake for the weekend, and the amount of shit you have to bring. I mean, it's not new news to anyone who's ever done this, but it's like even when you pare everything down and you really think like what do we absolutely have to have? What can we get by without? It's so intense and it's just like you're not in your own environment, so you're like hyper aware and like hypersensitive to everything your kids are doing and like all the death traps that are all over the place. And it's like the lake, so you're like, please don't drown. And there's a bluff, and you're like, please don't run off the bluff. And it's just, I think
yeah.
I've decided, Andrew and I have gone back and forth about traveling abroad because we
Hmm.
love Europe. And our guts say to us, absolutely not, do not bring the children. But then our hearts are like, oh, but how special for us to have those memories with them. They may not appreciate it now, but we'll have that memory. I have solidified that is not my journey. I will not be doing that. I have no interest. It sounds like a nightmare, actually. And like, I don't actually think I would enjoy it. So I'm going to wait until they're older and then we'll take them to Europe. And in the meantime, Andrew and I are going to have a European vacation and leave them at home.
I love that for you. Did you see that video? I think it was on TikTok or Instagram, and it was a dad like carrying his babies like around Italy, and it's like
Mm,
what you think Italy with your babies are like, and it's like you're sharing pasta like Lady and the Tramp, and you're having your Aperol spritz while they're sipping their water cups. But then it's like what it's actually like, and it's you trying to climb up the hills in Positano, and you
mm.
have like strollers, and you're dripping sweat, and your kids are screaming because they're tired, and yeah,
No,
it's I
nap schedules.
ideally it's like amazing.
Yeah.
In like in theory, what a fun thing to do, but
In
not until they
reality,
are fully self-sufficient.
yeah.
No ex, yeah,
I think the rule is they have to be out of diapers, out of car seats. They have to be
hmm,
able to no naps
no naps.
at the bare minimum. Those three
Totally agree.
things.
This is what I wanted to do for my 40th birthday actually, is I was like, let us go to Italy or let us go to Mexico and have a time. And Jason was like, no.
Yeah.
Full on, no, that's
Shot
not
it down.
happening. He's like, we will have a party here,
Mhm.
and maybe in 5 years for your 45th and for my 50th, for his 50th, we will travel with them. But until then, no, because we're just in the hotel.
Yeah. I
We're
think I
just
would
in the
need a
hotel
vacation
from the
to
vacation.
unwind from the vacation, you
That's
know?
how I felt when we traveled. And, Kaya was an easy baby, but we did travel with her when she was 5 months old, right
Mm.
before I actually found out I was pregnant with Emma.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're just parenting in a different, more tropical
Right.
place.
Yes. Yeah, it's a no for me. When we come back, we're going to talk about AI for kids, question mark. How are we feeling about that? Seems like it's on the horizon according to Elon Musk, and we're going to do a little touch base now that we are 1 year postpartum when we come back.
All right, guys, we are back, and I feel like a super hot button issue right now is AI. How is it going to affect our lives? How is it going to change our lives for the better, for the worse? I think there's a lot of benefits to AI, but also so much to be fearful of when it comes to AI. And now, billionaire Elon Musk says he is going to launch a kid-friendly version of Grok AI, which is his artificial intelligence chatbot that he uses on X, that is going to be used for kids, like it's kid-friendly content. No further details were given about this app. I'm just curious where does your mind go when you hear a story like this?
So here's the thing, AI isn't going away.
No.
And I think there's going to be a lot of catching up to put regulations on it to make it safe for us. We're not there yet. So there's a lot to be fearful of AI. There's a lot of exciting things about it, but we're already learning AI is making us dumber. And I
Yeah, because
worry
it's
about
doing all the work for us.
and I worry about these kids and their developing minds if they're not having to learn to write and to have grand ideas on their own without help. Their
Mhm.
little minds are in this really precious development stage. And I fear that we will have a very lazy generation of kids. And for me, it's a hard no. I mean, I'm about like evolving with technology and letting kids have access to it within moderation. But this just feels like opening a can of worms. And I cannot honestly see the benefit. I only see it being a detriment. What is your thought?
I totally agree.
Yeah,
First and foremost, I don't plan to let my children even use technology until they are in their teens.
same.
We still are not an iPad family. We do not own an iPad. Yes, we watch some Miss Rachel in the afternoon and when I'm making dinner, essentially like that 4:30 to 5 o'clock time.
Witching hour.
Yeah. But other than that, like I don't love it. I listen, I think AI can be amazing, especially when it comes to like, my friend, her daughter is like very, very sick, and AI has been a huge help in trying to get to the bottom of what's been happening because they're uploading all of her medical files constantly. And so I think in that world there might be some benefit to it. And for us, like, listen, we use Chat GBT sometimes to write our YouTube descriptions for this podcast when our brains are no longer working. But we're also like older women at this point, like we're not developing our brains. And yeah, I want them to have like their own imagination and then to be able to problem solve on their own. I'm very scared for the future of this world, to be honest. I'm very scared for what the job market looks like in 10 years. I'm scared for yeah, the generations that have been raised on technology. I really want to read that book that we've talked about, The Anxious Generation.
It's very good. Highly recommend.
I'm just scared. And also, Elon Musk, how many children does this man have, and
I
how
know.
involved is he in each of their lives? Like, let's start there.
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't think we have time to deal with his
No.
gas, but our friend Danielle Robay interviewed Scooter Braun on her podcast. It was so good. If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. And he had a really interesting take on AI. He said something like, our generation and the ones prior have been so much defined by what we do for work and how
Mm.
what we achieve. And he was saying, if AI takes a lot of that away from us, these coming generations might be judged more for who they actually are,
Oh, that's beautiful.
which I thought was really interesting and
Yeah.
thought-provoking. I mean, scary, yes, because what is going to happen to our job market, and hopefully regulations, will keep up and protect jobs, but I thought that was food for thought.
Guys, we're going to segue now because, as mentioned earlier, Emma is turning 1, which means that Hallie and I are basically both officially like a year postpartum. And I remember when you were a year postpartum and like your feelings that you had. So we thought it would be a good check-in, just like emotional, mental, physical.
Mhm.
Like, how are we?
All right, let's start with mentally.
Mm.
Mentally, I'm feeling kind of all over the place. Very I think it's because I'm tired. I'm not sleeping well. I don't know about you. I mean, based on last night, it seems like you're not either. I think there's just so many balls in the air. And I think when you're a stay-at-home mom who's also juggling part-time work, also trying to build something, there's no division of church and state. It's like you're home, and when you have a quiet moment, you try to do something else. And I just feel like I'm constantly ping-ponging around and nothing is ever very efficient. And so I feel a little frazzled and I want to remedy that. But I am also weaning off my Lexapro, as we've discussed,
Hmm.
and that is going well. So I feel like
I was
that's
gonna say, do
a
you think
win.
that's contributing to the sleep cycles not being so good because your
No.
brain is like,
I don't, because
okay,
I have not slept well since I was pregnant.
wow, okay.
So I'm like pretty sleep deprived. And I feel like even we were just on a podcast, it's coming out soon and we'll share it when it's live. But even during that conversation, I just felt like midway through my answers, I was like, what am I even saying? Like, I just feel like I can't.
Can I offer you a tip?
Sure.
Listen, last night this did not work, but Jason and I are both really big on like getting our deep sleep because it is how our cells like regenerate and it's so important for our brain. So we've been making our room cold, like so cold.
Yep.
We've both been sleeping semi-naked
Oh,
because in
interesting.
Japan apparently they do that. Like you should at least like no shirt on. And at
Okay.
first, Jason thought I was like crazy, but it's like, it's actually much better for you. And also a sleep mask. I will send you the ones that we have on Amazon, but we do like a full sleep mask. It's uncomfortable at first until you get used to it, but when you get used to it, you realize it makes everything so pitch dark.
Hmm.
And then you sleep better when you're cold. So it's like
Yeah.
you, and also like you burn more fat when you're cold, like all the things, but you definitely sleep in a deeper REM. So I would recommend, literally, I sleep in like boy shorts right now,
Interesting.
and
Okay.
he sleeps in his boxers.
Andrew will love
And
this.
you guys should just try it for a week. But even Jason was like, I'm actually sleeping better.
Okay. Studies previously showed 68 degrees is the ideal temperature for sleep.
Yeah.
Now, a new study says it's 65.
Oh,
Ain't no way in
wow.
hell Andrew's letting me put
No,
the house to 65.
no,
Barely
that's too
lets me do
cold.
70, but I agree.
We
I
do
sleep
70,
great.
which is cold for us.
Yeah. I do want to get grounding sheets. I've heard that those are really great.
Or bamboo. We have like these bamboo ones that someone gifted us at our wedding.
Yeah,
They're very
those are
nice.
nice. The grounding though is like you actually plug them into the wall. Have you heard about
Oh,
these? We
no.
should link these out. Maybe we should do like a full Amazon
Yeah,
shopping
this
list
is
for people.
interesting.
Yeah.
I know, right? Get better
Yeah.
sleep kits.
Yes. And I take magnesium, like I do
Us
all the
too.
things.
Hmm.
Take a cold shower, like I do the cold shower
No screen
brush.
time, like no
Well,
phones.
that I could be better
It's
at for
so hard.
sure.
I
That I
know.
could be better at.
I
So like
know.
mentally, I wouldn't say I'm bad. I feel pretty good. All things considered. And I think it's also just the mania of summer that I previously discussed on this podcast. I think it's just socially we have so much going on. There's so much going on with work. I've taken on a lot and it's all blessings, but it's just
Yeah.
kind of a how to juggle it all in time management thing right now.
Mm.
So I'm working on that. What about you mentally?
Mentally, I feel kind of similar. I
Hmm.
feel like my brain doesn't rest during the day, and I'm trying to, like, I need everything very scheduled out in order to function, is what I'm realizing. And I think it's because of like my childhood trauma of like living in chaos,
Hmm.
potentially, like being one of three. I'm realizing that I need to know, like, I write everything out, like what we're having for dinner. Like, that is
Yes.
how much. And like the times of like everything, even when Jason, like, he had a dentist appointment this morning, which didn't really affect me, but like, I need to know. I just have everything written out. And it does help me mentally get through the week.
Hmm.
But I feel like you in that this podcast is really important, but when I sit down to work on it, then I feel like I'm getting pulled a different direction. And so it's challenging in that regard. And, I also have like our small business that I'm trying to work on. And I also have, we have an Airbnb. I think I've mentioned that before that I've now taken on essentially. And so it's just a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
And again, champagne problems, I'm very grateful for these problems, but figuring it out, that is where I'm
Yes.
at mentally, figuring it out.
So you gave me a tip. I've got one for you. You need to invest in the hearth display.
I know you said that. Right now
It
I'm like,
is
Sharpie,
honest to God,
yeah.
and it's an investment, but it is worth every single penny. I'm the same way. Andrew and I were getting in so many dumb arguments because it was like, I swear I mentioned I had this thing to you. Why would you schedule that? And I was like, you didn't, but okay. And like he was having the same frustration
Yeah.
with me. And there's an app, you literally can plug everything into it. I have seen your meal planning calendar in your kitchen. This has a whole section for that. It has a whole section where you can do your grocery list. It's like, especially as the girls' schedules get busier, it is
Necessary.
super, super helpful. Like the mental load that it has taken off of me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still drowning, but it helps at least alleviate the whole schedule of it all. And the like, what are we eating today? And what do I need to get at the grocery? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's just do it. So
All
that
right.
would be my recommendation there. But
Love that.
all in all, like if you had to give it a grade,
I'm gonna do a B minus.
I feel like I'm a B minus too. Okay, room for improvement.
Yeah, but not like failing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
above
Okay,
average.
let's do physical.
Physical. As we know, I've been on this journey to lose all my baby weight. I am getting there, but I feel like I've plateaued. I
Hmm.
feel like no amount now of, eating healthier workouts is getting me like those last 5 lbs. Like I've been stuck now. And so I think I have done really well.
Yes, you've killed it.
If you go back and listen to the last, was it 2 weeks ago? I gave a full detailed account of with numbers of like how much I gained, how much I lost, gained, lost with my pregnancies and where I'm at now. And I am, yeah, on on the road, but a little bit frustrated. But I'm gonna give myself an A minus. What about you?
Mm, I have a long way to go, but I'm moving. It's getting there. I'm no longer like stuck. I've found a routine that's working. It's happening. It's fucking hard.
It's hard, I
There
know.
is no other way to describe it. It is a grind to try and lose
It's
weight.
another job.
It is. It's a full-time job. It is not eating the food off my kid's plate. It's getting up early so I can get my ass to the gym before I have a full day with the kids. Like there's nothing about it that's fun or like whatever, but I'm sick of hearing myself complain about it. I would give myself a B minus, maybe C plus because I'm not there, but I'm on the road. So I feel good about that. All
I'm
right.
proud of you.
Thank you. Spiritually.
Okay, spiritually, emotionally, I have my ups and my downs.
Hmm.
I feel like last week I was really good.
Hmm.
I felt proud of myself. I felt healthy. I felt loved. I felt like I was giving love. I felt like I didn't shed tears at all. Like I just felt good, good inside. Like my heart was happy. And this week, I didn't sleep a lot last night, despite my
Hmm.
tips and tricks. But yeah, I think when you become a mom, your emotions are always a little bit of a roller coaster. I don't think we're ever just like up all the time. I think part of being a mom is that we feel things more deeply
Yeah.
and we experience things in ebbs and flows more so than we did before we had kids. And that's kind of where I'm at. I don't even think I could grade myself because some
Yeah.
days it's like an A and some days I feel like a failure and it's an F.
Right.
So it's to me like emotional, like self-health is the hardest postpartum for me.
Yeah.
What about for you?
I feel pretty good. I feel a lot of purpose in what I'm doing.
Mm,
Honestly, so much of how I feel about myself at the end of the day is based on how I feel like my kids are doing.
yeah.
And lately they're just, really blossoming into these like polite, sweet, here they come. I hear them, little feet.
Yeah.
Like wonderful little people. So at the end of the day, I just, it's all about like how do I feel like they're doing and if they're doing okay, then I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
I love that. This week something happened that made me cry in a good way, and that is in the car, Emma was crying as she normally does because she does not like to be in the car. And Kaya said, "It's okay, Emma.
mhm.
No cry. It's okay." Dang.
Yeah,
That
breaks
was
your heart in the
beautiful.
best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, guys, that is all the time we have. We love you. We thank you. Motherhood is a sisterhood. Leave us a review. The end.
Toodles.